y'all. We are going to jump into section 4-4, where we're going to deal with some polynomials. Okay, polynomials are really kind of cool. So again, just remember to copy down some stuff, stop the video, and then watch. Okay, and fast forward if you need to or if you want to. Remember to keep your notes organized so that when you are needing them for your test, they're organized and you're not looking for them or hunting for them. Okay, 4-4 vocabulary. We're going to look at some vocab. We're going to evaluate. We're going to add, subtract, and graph a little bit of a polynomial. This is probably going to take 2 videos, and so this is definitely video number 1, and I'll put on the next one video number 2 when we get to the end of this one. That last video was a little too long. So here we go. We're going to go with some vocab. This is an example of a polynomial. That's what that is. This is a polynomial. Okay? This is a polynomial. All right? And so now if you'll look at this polynomial has 5 terms. So hopefully that'll help you understand what a term is. It has 5 of them. Each one of those is a term. None of these terms are alike, because in a polynomial we combine like terms before we finish it. So it's not simplified if it's got like terms in it. So now this first term right here, that's called the leading term, 3x to the 4th power. That is the leading term. Not because it's in the front, but because it's got the most power. The -6 over here, that's a constant term. That's because it doesn't have a variable. So it's considered what we call a constant term. All right. Now, the 3 part on the leading term is called the coefficient, just the 3 part. All right. And so if you look at the other terms, you've got a coefficient of -7 on the second one. You've got a coefficient of 5, coefficient of -4 on the 4th one. And then the last term, technically -6 is a constant term, but it's also its own coefficient. So that's what the coefficient is. It's the number multiplying the variable. All right. So now the degree of the term is 4 because it is the highest power of x. Now the degree is 4. That's going to give you the degree right there. Okay. And notice that this polynomial is written in what we call descending order. It's going down in the powers. The top power, the guy in power, is at front, and then you go down. That's descending order. Okay, now this polynomial has 5 terms. For the smaller ones, we actually have other names for the smaller ones. We have the name monomial for a polynomial with only 1 term. So if you could have a polynomial with just 1 term, say -3x to the 6th. So there you go. That's a 1 term. It's polynomial. It's a monomial because it just has 1 term. If I had like x, y, that's also a polynomial with 1 term. Okay? So that would be a monomial. Then we've got polynomials with 2 terms. We call these binomials. And they have 2 terms. There's 2 of them, added or subtracted. And so if we had like x plus 7, that's a binomial. A lot of times we put polynomials in parentheses. You'll see that in a few minutes. But this one is a binomial. It has 2 terms. We could also have one like 2x minus 19. Or let's say 2x to the 4th minus 19. That's also a binomial. It has 2 terms. All right? And then last but not least, we have a trinomial. This one has 3 terms. And so we could have one that looks like this. We could have an x to the 2nd minus 4x plus 9. That would be a trinomial. It has 3 terms. 3 things added or subtracted together. None of them are alike because we would always combine like terms. So that's your vocab. All right. So next we're going to move into some examples. We're going to do our first example. is going to be evaluate a polynomial. So right now, stop the video, copy this down, and turn it back on when you're ready to actually watch me do the problem. And then try it yourself. Try to do the problem before you turn it back on, because then you can fast forward and get through with all this, because these videos do not need to be that long. Okay, so evaluate a polynomial, that just means plug in the number. That's what it means. So I've got two problems, part A and part B. So part A wants me to plug in 1. Okay, so for part A, it's 3 times 1 to the 5th minus 6 times 1 to the 4th plus 7 times 1 to the 3rd minus 2 times 1 to the 2nd. Okay, so I'm just plugging in 1. Also, we're going to do the exponents first. You always, when you do your order of operations, remember exponents are going to go first. So that's the way I'm going to do it. So 1 to the 5th power is 1. And 1 times 3 is 3. And so next one, 1 to the 4th power is 1. And 1 times negative 6 is negative 6. 1 to the 3rd is 1 times 7 is 7. 1 to the 2nd power is also 1. So then I'm going to add my numbers up, and I'm going to get 10 minus 8, which is 2. So I'm going to get positive 2 for my answer for A. All right, now B is going to be trickier, because anytime you throw in a negative in there, you just got more tricks to deal with. So here we go. So we're going to have 3 times negative 2 to the 5th. I'm going to leave that outside. Minus 6 times negative 2 to the 4th. Plus 7 times negative 2 to the 3rd. Minus 2 times negative 2 to the 2nd. Again, we're going to do the exponents first. And so, working with these exponents, all right, negative 2 to the 5th power is the first thing I have to do. Okay, make that skinny. Right. Negative 2 to the 5th power, well, that's negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2. All right. There is a power sheet on your My Math Lab that I gave you that might have your powers. Okay, so that's going to give me 4. That's going to give me 4 times negative 2. That's going to give me 16 times negative 2. So that's going to give me negative 32. So this is negative 32 times 3. All right, so now I'm going to do the next one. By the same reasoning that negative 2 to the 5th is negative 32. Watch this. We're just going to cheat just a little bit. See if you like this. We're going to change that to a 4, and we're going to erase this guy right here. And bam. That's it. Negative 2 to the 4th. There we go. Negative 2 to the 4th is 16. 16 times 6. There we go. And then negative 2 to the 3rd. Oh, we're going to cheat again. Okay, so let's make this one. So we erase off another one. Ooh, that's going to mess some more stuff up. Okay, so let's take off another one. 3rd. So that's going to be 4 times negative 2, which is negative 8. So that's negative 8 times 7. And then negative 2 to the 2nd, well, that's just going to be 4. All right, exponents first, then we multiply. Ooh, where's my calculator? Ooh. Okay, y'all might have to help me on this one. I know that's 8. I know that's 56. All right, and here's where we get stuck. Okay, I know it's negative. I know that one's negative. All right, so 3 times 32 is going to be negative 96. Go to my scratch paper. And then 16 times 6, well, guess what that's going to be? That's going to be negative 96 as well. All right, so now I'm going to add them all up. They're all negative, so really, literally, I'm going to add them all up. Timer says it's time to stop. going to add all these up. So I've got 96, 96, 96, 56, and 8. I hope y'all have a calculator. Let's see. I get 254. Hey, y'all let me know if that's wrong, okay? Let me know if that's wrong. All right. So, guys, just keep plugging through. It's just math. It's just math, y'all. I'm going to stop this video. We'll have video number 2 on section 4-4 coming up in just a minute.